What up? Peace, grand rising, peace and love to you, ashe to you, abundance to you, love to you. Today I woke up with a whole lot of energy. The title of this video is There's Nothing You Can't Do. Because real shit, there's nothing you can't do. I just saw this clip from The Matrix. Remember the part when Neo was going to see the Oracle? And he got in tune with that kid talking about the spoon. And he said, you can't bend the spoon, it's impossible. And Neo was like, so how do you bend the spoon? It's when you recognize the truth. The truth is there is no spoon. It is only yourself. It is only you. I'm gonna take a different route today. It is only you. You are the only thing that can really get in your way. Like, let's put angels, demons, gods, goddesses all to the side. Let's put them on the back burner right now, because right now we focus on the main dish. There's nothing you can't do. We've all made the impossible possible. A part of us never thought we was going to be able to travel the places we've traveled to, but we did it. Some of us thought we've never going to be able to receive the love that we got at the moment, and we got it. Whether you are single and you loving yourself more, or you in a relationship and that love is abundant as well. There's nothing you can't do. Oh, and also, I ain't got no breakfast today because I already ate it. But I do have a lovely message in my right pocket. And this is so, like, bro. If you was watching any of my lives, I'll always bring out a message from the teas that I use. And specifically, I use the Yogi brand tea. And sometimes I use other brands as well, but this is the main brand I use because they give a message within every tea bag you use. And every message that they've given me has been a part of the alignment of what I am talking about. Let me turn over here. Well, it's okay. There's nothing you can't do. This message says your potential self is infinite. Infinite. That means it's forever flowing, forever growing. There is no maximum. You determine what your maximum or minimum is. You determine that. Nothing else can determine that for you. One of my close homies, he had texted the group chat at me and he had said that he woke up with the recognition of what he's willing to be and what he's willing to become next year. And I'm not here to basically express all of what he said, but the purpose of me bringing it up is that the earlier you begin to prepare yourself for something, allows you to appreciate it more and more when you receive it. So I've been able to let me slow down, because I'm super excited. I have a lot to say, but I'm gonna take my time because, you know what I'm saying, 30 minutes, 35, 40 minutes is a decent time. God damn it, that's a whole episode. That's damn near 2 anime episodes. So look, during Thanksgiving, like literally the same week of Thanksgiving, I had a sore throat. And that sore throat was some shit. And the funny thing was, the day before, because Thanksgiving was on Thursday, so it was on Thursday, my throat was feeling really bad on Wednesday and Thursday, but mainly Wednesday. But the funny thing was, I felt it on Monday. I used to have these THC pens that I used to get from these places that I'll be delivering at. If you don't know I work at FedEx, peek the shirt. And if you don't know that I work at FedEx, you follow my TikTok and you'll know. The point of the matter is that those THC pens, when I hit it, it kind of like made like a ball of fucking of just mucus. It felt like when I hit it, and I had two of them. They were the exact same kind, and they said astral, and the other said I think it said goddess or something on it, but both had a female on each side. One was more like artistry, the other one was just more colorful. Artistry is like it's more solid colors, the other one was more of a splash. Excuse me. So that Monday, I threw them both away. Like, when I say throw away, like I literally took them out my car and threw them across the fucking parking lot of my job, because I'm like, yeah, I'm done with them. I don't even want to take them to the trash. I need to respectfully throw these away from me. The next day, I made a song called No More IG, which stands for No More Instant Gratification. And then the next day, my throat was like, my voice was non-existent. I couldn't really speak at all. I sounded like this. It was bad. It was super bad. You know those commercials where the cancer people who used to smoke like cigarettes all the time, and they had the shit on their throat? Yeah, it was that bad. I even had an uncle who had lung cancer. Happy transcendence to him. Much respect to you. Forgot his name, but if his energy is reaching me right now, maybe I just needed to acknowledge him for the moment. Love you, uncle. One reason why I'm bringing this up is anytime you go through any dis-ease, especially if you do the most you can to stay healthy, it's mainly spiritual. It's mainly spiritual. You're either overusing something or you're not respectfully acknowledging something. So that acknowledgement can either be what you are going through and what you are receiving, or what you're not willing to give, what you're not willing to, like I just said, acknowledge. I'm just breaking it down a little bit more. So to circle around what the heck I'm trying to say, well, to get to the point, is that yesterday and the day before, so today's Friday, Thursday and Wednesday, I allowed a few entities to speak through me, to talk to me while I'm at work. Because I have full control over my body, and there's certain things subconsciously that I do that I'm becoming more and more aware of, that I'm transmuting. If you watched the last live, you know what I mean by transmuting on a bigger scale. And I transformed them into something new. Because I took notice of it already, but I didn't like change it to anything. I didn't change it to anything. Let me drink some tea right quick. Okay. Alrighty then. This is why I don't go this way, because this is a school area and it be more traffic. But you gotta switch it up sometimes, y'all. Your potential self is infinite. So you gotta be willing to switch up some things, because regardless, well, not even regardless, if you always do one thing, if you always stay in the same path, you ain't gonna be able to see the appreciation or the opportunities of something else that could be added on to your path. Like, for instance, if you're trying to go from one state to the next, you have so many different ways you can get to that state. Now, if you want to get to that state in one direction, cool. If you want to go one direction and take like a detour, cool. If you want to add something on to the path while you're heading there, even more cool. It's whatever you decide to do. Now, the main thing on Wednesday was to allow me to recognize that which way can I go with this? Which way can I go with this? Because I don't want to lose y'all, and I want it to make sense. I even watched a video the other day. This guy was like, you can drop all the knowledge in the world, but if you can't make it make sense to simple-minded people, because a lot of people only have like a 5 to 14-year-old attention span. It comes and goes like this. Like, I said in another live that our world is becoming faster because of technology. And because our world is becoming faster, then that ultimately means that the attention span is faster. It's not as long as what it used to be. I'm learning how to slow my attention down today, and not even today, but the today is the now, and the now is infinite. So I'm learning to slow down my attention span so I can focus longer. Because if your attention span is so quick, your ass is gonna react to everything, and that's good. It's just balance. It's always balance. There's nothing you can't do. There's nothing you can't do. So let me get to the goddamn let me get to the mashed potatoes. Let me start mashing these potatoes. So look, y'all, we are all from something else before we became this body. Now, some people may be like, why does the past matter? Some people will be like, I only care about what I'm doing now. And I respect it, but I want you to understand this. You can't truly appreciate your present if you don't know how your past got you to your present. And that's one of my biggest things. And also, me being a Scorpio, reflecting is one of my favorite things to do when I have nothing to do. Like, I appreciate reflecting. Music allows someone to reflect. Movies allow someone to reflect. Being still allows someone to reflect. Even in motion, you can reflect. Reflecting is good because you can see where you came from. When you look in the mirror, you're literally looking at your past and your present, and you are picturing what you desire your potential future to be. That's why the mirror is the connection to the fourth dimension. So I don't want to do too much of talking about me all the time in these videos. That's the only reason why I haven't said about like what these conversations. But what I just said was basically kind of a smooth summary. You're more than just your body. If you believe just in one God, that one God had you go through things before you got in this body. If you believe in multiple different gods and goddesses, you connected with multiple different gods and goddesses before you got to this body. And some of those gods and goddesses are in your body. You aware that your zodiac signs are also like parts of your body? And because your zodiac sign are parts of your body, then that means there are different elemental beings or primordial beings that are within you. And because these beings are within you, they influence your subconscious and conscious mind. In the food you eat, the TV shows you watch, the car you drive, the people you talk to, the things you see, the numbers you see. Like, it's very interesting when you actually think about it on a larger scale. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. Now the thing is, I watch the two main people I watch when it comes to information is Q Reeves, because he explains things that a lot of people don't get as in depth with, because he's a regression therapist, and regression therapy, I didn't even tell y'all my whole therapy session. That was, I'll get into that in a few minutes. But regression therapy is when you are basically in a meditative state, and he's just guiding you through your meditative state. And in this meditative state, you are able to connect to the beings that are within you. I'm actually going to get another regression soon, because it's a couple things I need to go through within myself that I'm having trouble accessing. And sometimes you need an assistant in your jungle. I said it even sometimes in my songs, that your subconscious is like a jungle, or it's like the ocean, or it's like your engine to your car. It's like whatever, something that has multiple different functions within it, or things that live within it. That is what your subconscious psyche is. Even think of a huge tree. We don't think about the inside of a tree. We We don't think about the roots of a tree. All we see is the stump, and then the body, the branches, the leaves. Your subconscious is all of that shit. All of that. Your conscious self is the leaves and the branches. Now, the leaves and the branches can be aware of the full tree itself if it knows how to be aware of the full tree itself. Like, the only reason why your car can tell you what's wrong with it is because they put technology in the car that tells you what's wrong with it. If my car didn't have the tire pressure like numbers on here, I wouldn't know how much pressure, like air pressure, is in my tires. That's the same thing. Like, if you always feel like you get hungry when you are upset, when you're going through a trauma experience, when you want to run away from an issue, if you get hungry for out of nowhere, and like say for instance you already ate, or say for instance you don't have an appetite, but then trauma appears, and then you're hungry. Your subconscious is being affected by something that's making you want to avoid the situation at hand by consuming something which pushes the problem below you. And it's going to be hard for you to surface up. It's like if you was to have, imagine you had car keys and your car keys are stuck in your pocket, and then you took the same pants as you had those car keys on and you put them in your dirty clothes, but then you haven't drove your car in a week and you've been wearing all these different clothes, and now your clothes or the pants that you had on that had the car keys in is all the way at the bottom of the bag, and now you got to go all the way in the bag to get those exact pants to pull out the exact keys you need for what you need to do. That's happened to me with money. I ain't gonna cap. That's happened to me with, like, I've had like $5 pop up, $10, $20, coins, goddamn a crystal, goddamn, you know, stuff like that. Now, how does this all relate to there's nothing you can't do? Well, here's the thing. You'll create your own rules. This world is a video game. This world is a matrix. This world is a manifesting realm. This world is physical. This world also has spiritual concepts. This world is also affecting your emotional body, your aura body, your cosmic body, your astral body. And these are all aura bodies, but it's still part of your body, your physical body. And the thing is, we need to understand that your bodies are connected to these other dimensions. And because they're connected to these other dimensions, you can tap into what you think is impossible and understand how it's possible and make it happen physical. There is no way in the world that anybody believes that you cannot levitate. It's kind of far-fetched, right? But here's the thing, there's nothing you can't do. So think about this. If everything is energy, everyone can agree everything is energy. Everyone can agree that. If you even want to say everything is God, God is energy, God damn it. God is energy. Everything has a vibration or frequency. You have to match the vibration and or frequency physically to make it manifest in your reality. So I personally believe if somebody was to match the frequency of what levitation is, they could do it. If someone wanted to match the frequency of what flying is, they could do it. It's all awareness. If you want to match the frequency of being, I'm going to say something that's feasible that everybody wants to have. If you want to match the frequency of having a house in your favorite cities and a beach home outside of the country, be able to fly to whatever area you want to go on any trips you want to be at, drive any vehicle you want to drive, go to or create whatever event you want to create any clothes you want to create, anything that people can interact with. You can do all of that just by matching the frequency. Now here's the thing. Our frequencies is always influenced by our subconscious, like I said earlier, and by those who are dwelling within our subconscious. Because to be real, your subconscious is God. Your subconscious generated this reality that you are seeing. You are the conscious self that is operating this subconscious reality. And it is up to you to recognize what you need to consciously destroy, or it will subconsciously happen. Like for instance, some people go through things subconsciously because they consciously are running away from it. That could be a bad friendship. That could be a bad job. I'm grateful for my car, so I'm going to appreciate as much as what my car is before I say this what I'm about to say. A bad car, you know what I'm saying? Everything affects something. That's why words are magic. Everything you say can prey onto people. I don't believe we should always pray onto or pray to the universe. We should talk to the universe. Like, I did say this to my homie the other day. I was like, yeah, I did pray for like the past 2 days. But now that I'm actually like saying it out loud, I literally wasn't praying. I was just sitting and just asking for you to do something for me. And whatever you need me to do to make that happen more abundantly and to give you my respect for what you're doing for me, I'm going to do it. That's all it really is an energy exchange. It's the same thing as like, if you down $20 and you need $20, you gonna ask somebody for $20. Even if you ask God or whatever you believe in, hey, God, I need to take care of my bills. I pray that you help me and all of these things like that. God gonna be like, bro, just ask your boy, ask your friend. What you asking me for? I'm not the one who holds the money. I'm just here making, like, I'm observing shit. I'm not doing nothing you ain't doing, because you God too. See, a lot of times people close their ears to what God is really saying because they feel a lot of things is just so high and mighty, but it's literally the same as you. But let me not go on a tangent with God and stuff. I don't know. I don't even know why I even went so hard on that for a second. That was me releasing the shit that had to be released. That's just simple as that. I'm gonna eat one of these York peppermint patties. You can judge me all you want, but it's more about the intention of what you're eating than what exactly you eating. Well, I would say 70-30. Like 70 is the intention, 30% is the food. So like for instance, you could eat, like if you are vegan and you eat like a regular soul food plate, which is mac and cheese, green beans, fried chicken, and like cornbread, that's gonna put a lot of mucus and a whole lot of discomfort in your body. But if the intention of it matches an ancestor that is willing to give you what you are desiring, you may have to just go through that pain for a second and gain out of it and grow from it. Think about a seed. A seed that's put into the ground is not smiling when when it's breaking out into a tree. It's not like, yes, I'm growing into a tree now. He's like, get me out of here. Like the seed is trying to get out of there. So yeah, man, like food is just real talk. Energy. Everything is energy. It's whatever you want it to be. The reason why I'm eating this is because, first off, this is how I do things sometimes with intentions without really thinking about it. Like, this is just me in the now, going with the flow. Chocolate. Chocolate is one of the things that give off unconditional love, because love itself is a, love itself is a chemical reaction that the brain and body go through. Chocolate gives off that chemical reaction. So me consuming this chocolate that is around a coconut, that this is York peppermint patty, peppermint and coconut, I'm gonna just say that. Me eating the chocolate that is around the coconut, which is white, is allowing me to embrace the love, the unconditional love that I have with all versions of me. If you think about this, white is the condensity of all the colors into one. Now, all the colors into one is also black, and it can be white, black and white, yin yang, whoop-de diddly do. Whoop-de diddly do. All right, so look, I'm gonna go through what might happen in my regression session real quick, and if you catch up, you catch up. So my regression session started off with me going into, first off, I was outside near fuck that, I'm going too fast. Y'all don't need to know where I was, just go with the flow of how it has happened. First off, my eyes are covered, it's complete darkness. He tells me to visualize a pink elephant. When I visualize the pink elephant, we float to the sky, and after we go to the sky, we go below to the jungle, to like literally trees in nature, a forest. When we get to the forest, the elephant transforms itself into a winged being. This winged being, his name is Peter. Peter is cool as hell. I ain't gonna lie, dope as fuck. Peter is one of my protective angels that surfaced himself, and then after he showed himself, 1, 2, 3, 4 other beings showed themselves, and I'm only going to give you one of them, no, 2, because she wants to say that she wants to be acknowledged. One of them was Ogun, and I've expressed him already in one of my videos, and the other one was Lilith. And when we expressed that, we had like basically a whole acknowledgement moment where we just basically acknowledge all of each other. Now, since that moment, I've connected with more entities that are connected with these beings, and I understand on a bigger level how I'm connected with them. That's for another conversation. So then we get to a point where we go to, like, I go back in the sky, and when I go back in the sky, I notice there's like, we're above USA, like it looked like the USA outline. And when I go above USA, it looks like things are being dropped down into USA, like something blowing up or something just coming down to USA. That can be depicted as nukes, or it can be beings of light, one or the other. And then the next visual was, we are now on an island. I'm hovering over an island, and I see 3 giant creatures come from the island onto the land of the island. And one creature is burning the island, the other creature is saving people on the island, and the other creature is observing. These 3 creatures were dragons. The island was y'all probably should know already. The island was Hawaii, so this is when the whole Hawaii fire happened. And then the next thing that happened with those fires is we noticed where the being, or the dragon that took the people above, that saved people, the dragon literally went to the clouds and dropped these people off on a cloud. And last week, I'm not gonna cap, and even right now, the clouds have been looking more and more kind of like land in the sky. And it's ironic because I'm in a point in One Piece where there's a sky island called Skypiea. y'all really should watch One Piece. Like, if y'all not gonna watch the actual show, watch one of the early movies of One Piece. Watch the early movies of One Piece, and if you've ever done, if you ever done any research on the history of the planet, you gonna figure out that not only One Piece, but a lot of shows give like subliminal messages in these shows that is talking about the history of the planet through anime characters. Like literally, one of the gods in the show, well, the only god I know, well, yeah, one of his names is Gonfall, which is a silver knight. I haven't broken down or understood who that guy is yet, at least in our history, or in our or Gaia's history. I'm gonna start saying that. When it comes to the planet story, I'm gonna say Gaia's story or Tiamat's story. Boom, right? Now I'm gonna park right here. I was gonna park up there, but I'm gonna park right here. So boom, right? And then there's another character who's a thunder god, and his name is Inaru, but his name was spelled how the subtitles was spelling it is NL or Enlil. Enlil's connected to Zeus. Like, that kind of play the same kind of characteristics. And Enlil, or Inaru in the show, this man said 2 different phases that he used as a power move. One of them was called El Thor, which is like when Thor has the hammer and he points it at you and there's thunder coming from the hammer to you. And then the other one was called Shango. I'm trying to remember what move that was that he did when he said that. Nevertheless, everything you watch is connected to your subconscious. Like, eventually I know my family's gonna end up watching these lives, and I really do want them to see it because they need to understand how vast not only information is, but how important it is for them to understand their subconscious. My ego wants to say so bad, they need to hear how I'm flowing. Relax, bro. It's okay. Like, my oldest brother, Jeff. First off, he's a Life Path 9. And Life Path 9 is basically, they embody all the numbers. And this man has been engulfed with watching watching Star Wars, like the whole universe of Star Wars. All the movies, the Clone Wars, all of that. That's explaining cosmic information. I'm going to eventually watch Star Wars and understand the full story and how it connects to the planet, to not only this planet, but all the planets of our solar system and even other dimensions. Because what if this is just the one planet that's going from 3D to 5D? What if the other planets that we haven't lived on, at least in this lifetime, is connected to possibly other dimensions, like 6, 7, 8, or just 5? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's deep as fuck. It's deep as fuck. You know, I named my car Freedom because while I'm in here, I want to be free to be the best versions of me, and even free for me to express how I feel regardless if I am high or low. I know I just kind of switched the coin real quick, but I just wanted to express that because whatever you name your car, make sure it's something that's really, not even just make sure it's really in tune with you, but if you named it without truly thinking too hard on it, kind of like how I did, the name that you give it is the energy that you riding with. I'm riding with freedom, literally. So just take a notice of that. Take a notice of that. I'm at work right now. I'm just phone a little bit because it's 9:25. All the other times I've gotten at work was at 9:38, 9:45, 9:50. I'm most likely finna go in there in the next 5 minutes because I do want to get off early today. I need to get my wheel fix. I need to get a wheel alignment, which and I can even give y'all a download of wheels and all that stuff, but I'm gonna wait till I get it fixed, so I allow the download to get larger so I can see the bigger picture. Right now I only see, like, imagine you cooking lasagna. I'm on the part when I'm doing the layers of the lasagna. I ain't see the full picture of the lasagna being done yet. That's me right now. That's me right now. But I will tell you this, when I had a Kia, Chia. Anywho, when I had a Kia, I had two major things that happened to the car that I reflected on, and I understood what it was teaching me. One of the things was I got into an accident because I wasn't getting enough sleep. So I was always doing something that didn't require me allowing my body to recharge itself all the way. Excuse me. And when I was in that Kia, I was definitely doing so much that I didn't need to do, that it caused me to have an accident while literally falling asleep behind the wheel. While falling asleep behind the fucking wheel. Ain't that some shit? I never consciously, okay, the one time I consciously hit somebody, I looked at my phone for a second, then I like, you know, when you go to bumper cars, like, I bumped a car to a Mercedes. Me and bro got out the car. Well, I stayed in the car. I was like, yo, you good? He got out, looked, he looked at me, and he did like a thumbs up. I'm like, all right, we good. We out. We on the road. Anywho, I haven't hit anybody on some full-on contact or nothing like that. And the second thing was I had an oil leak, a bad oil leak in that car. And the crazy thing is, we took the car to the dealership to get it fixed, like the actual Kia dealership. And supposedly my stepdad told me that it had a leak and I didn't notice it, and I've just been driving with it ever since. I'm not gonna blame him. I'm gonna just take full responsibility. I probably should have just noticed that and been more aware. But what I will say is I noticed that I was always leaking myself onto others without allowing myself to build back up. So it's like, you know those new squeezable, like, medicine things? Like, it has the little rubber thing at the top and it's like a tube. You press the tube and you put it into water and you let it go and it fills up. It was like I was always, as soon as I got any type of energy, any type of anything, I will always take it and give it to somebody else. That's what that represented when I always had that oil leak. It was like I always just try to give energy to other people. And like, at that time, I didn't recognize that I was always giving myself out to others without allowing myself to really build up, to grow to where everything I do naturally just literally falls off of people. Like, hold up. Woo! Had to blow my nosies. So look, I woke up at 4 a.m. today, literally dancing to that to a song called Flip a Switch. That song is so hard. Like, and it's crazy because I woke up at 4 a.m. I danced for like 10 minutes. No, I probably woke up at 3:30 because this, let me slow down. The song is like 3 minutes long, so I probably woke up at like 3:50, 3:56, something like that. I danced to the song, and by the time I stopped dancing to the song at 4 a.m., I checked the time, it was 4 a.m. I was like, if y'all don't know that your ancestors wake you up in the middle of the night to go into meditation, that's real shit. And because they've been trying to get me up to meditate, to tap in with them, this whole week, literally this whole week, and I go back to sleep, they was like, all right, we gonna wake him up with a good one this time. They played my favorite song to dance to wake me up. I even told my brother this, and he was like, wow, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, it is. Like, bro, that shit was amazing. And then the meditation was even dope too. I'm most likely gonna talk about the downloads with the meditation, but that's on another day. Shit, I really already gave a little bit of the downloads that was in the meditation. If you know, you know. But yeah, y'all, like, let me turn off the car. Yeah, y'all, like, when it comes to self, there is nothing that can stop you. There's only you. You get in your own way. Everything that is around you, it is a version of you, whether you are aware of it or not. If you're homophobic, then that means you don't like the version of you that's low-key gay. And that low-key gay energy is just you that's always willing to be happy. Because remember, everybody that is low-key gay is just happy. And that's just a touchy subject because a lot of people probably are like that. But, you know, I'd rather touch a couple sore spots so you can be like, why you had to say that? He's right, though, but fuck, why you had to say that? But yeah, man, everything is a version of you. Like, right now, I'm looking at a car to my left. It's a Nissan Altima. I'm in a Maxima. That car is like it looks like it's a 2016, 17. It may be 2019. It got the peanut butter insides. I want a peanut butter insides car. And I kind of have one. Like, you see how, like, the car is cut. It's not peanut butter, it's cream. But point of the matter is, that's what the fuck I really desire to have. And I could transform my car to that. Like, a lot of times, like, I was even telling my brother this. Like, I told him this is like something small. Because I thought of this at work. I had said, like, if I was to ever get a two-door vehicle, a coupe, it'll either be a Nissan or it'll be an Audi. He was like, why? Why Audi? I was just like, just came to mind. Audi is only because I love the movie Transporter. Jason Statham is a great actor. And he's a great driver. Just like, what's his name? He transcended already, but I'm gonna say his name in the movie. Brian O'Connor from Fast and Furious. I can't think of his name right now. But point of the matter is, Brian O'Connor is the reason why I love GTRs. I want to have a GTR. I'm going to get a GTR. And a GTR is not like a goal that's gonna make me feel like I'm the most like a great person in the world, but it's just an achievement. It's a physical achievement. Just like how we have spiritual goals, we have physical goals too. You gotta have a balance of both. You gotta have a balance of both. Anywho, it's 9:33 and the time said 4:44. So I'm gonna get off of here. I don't want this to go too far out. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And you know what I'm saying? There's nothing that you can't do. There is nothing that you can't do. Love you. Peace. And always stay elevated. I say.